side, that'd be great.
Okay.
Right after the opening.
Hello. We can adjust the camera heads up sign too. So it didn't work for Lars earlier. So is that in your way? Are you good? Yeah, Lars's head. Look at the dent in his head right now.
Everybody has to know that.
You know, Sean, this is the technical director's job. Can we just take it down so people whack themselves in the head?
I'm 100% going to walk right in.
I know, exactly. We are going live on YouTube, so if you don't want to be seen, you should know that now. You see how viral that has become, that YouTube concert
It's
clip?
unreal. It's hilarious.
Oh, so fun.
All of the takes on it are so funny.
You saw Sue Bird?
That one's my favorite one.
I didn't hear about it. So you said that. So I had to watch it.
Yeah.
Welcome to our YouTube watchers and listeners. We appreciate you. You can go back and watch this anytime in the future that you want. If you do watch it, we appreciate if you hit subscribe. It doesn't give us any money or anything, or cost you any money. It just helps our ratings or something. Is that right?
Yeah, I think what it did is just got us our own channel in the
Got
early
us our
days.
own channel. Yeah. Okay.
It boosts us in the algorithm.
Yeah. We need a boost. Sean, are you ready? Okay, good. Welcome to the Hot Stove Society Show on Cairo Radio. I'm Tom Douglas.
I'm Loretta Douglas.
And we are here in downtown Seattle at 4th and Virginia. I have a bit of a cold in my nose, in case you're wondering
Ooh,
why
should
I
I
sound
back up a little bit?
Same.
I think we're
We're good.
we're probably good.
Our table is well set up for social distancing.
Although if I were to handle you the way Leslie Kelly just handled Matt Fortner back there in the kitchen, I'd probably get slapped upside the head. Is my
She
guess.
can get away with.
How that works personally. Anyway, we're coming to you from our kitchens here in downtown Seattle, 4th and Virginia. We are in the beautiful Hotel Andra, across the street from the Dahlia Bakery and Serious Pie downtown, and Neb, our little Italian joint, and upstairs from Lola.
on our corner.
Just our little Deville corner. You can watch us on YouTube. Go to Tom Douglas and Company and Co. YouTube channel. Tune into Cairo Radio or listen whenever you get your podcast. Upcoming classes that we offer here at the Hot Stove: fresh ramen at home. That class. I've made lots of noodles.
It's
ramen noodles.
Get your ticket, Dad. They're gonna.
I know. Fortunately, I think Annie's teaching that class. I don't think I could go. She would train me the whole time. Savory Italian pastries and barbecue with Asian flair. You can check them all out at hotstovesociety.com. Why not? It's good fun. Sad news from last week. The 28th annual Sunset Supper was had to be canceled due to the weather last Friday.
the wind.
The wind.
Yeah.
Well, the predicted wind.
The predicted
we never really
wind.
did get much of,
Okay.
of
It
anything.
was blustery at our house
Was
for
it?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the market learned a good lesson in the Pike Place Foundation learned a good lesson in like how you tell people
Graciousness.
1,600 people, 120 restaurant vendors, how you tell them that
The
things
day
are
before.
canceled.
Yeah.
Well, they told us the day before, but they didn't do it in the most polite way, I'll say. So they've been getting a lot of pushback. And frankly, I pushed back myself to them personally. I'm ready to move on, though,
Good.
because what's tragic about it is I've been in Seattle 7 years. I have supported the market from the minute I got here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I used to walk through the market when I first was a chef. I used to wear my chef coat in the market when I would go shopping, and I would get whistled at by the fish vendors because it was such a goofy thing to be doing. I don't think I've worn a chef coat since. But
That's where your resistance came
while
from.
I was a little upset with the way they handled their business this last week, it doesn't change the way I feel about
Yeah.
the Pike Place Market. And so people make mistakes, and that's just the way it is. If you are one of those ticket holders who has now donated your ticket dollars, please understand that it's just, if you were going to a Madonna concert, you wouldn't get a refund. If you wouldn't. If it rained, you wouldn't get a refund.
Sometimes.
No, I don't think so. Not if it rained.
Okay. Tour cancellations refund people all the time. I don't know that
Well, it
music.
depends if they cancel because
Yeah.
they're sick or not
Okay.
or something. That's a little different. But anyway,
Anywho,
I think
still
the
support
market
the
has
market.
heard from us, and I think that it does not preclude us from supporting the market in the future. So I just wanted to say that because they've been getting a lot of flack. Sean Hartley is here, operations director and part owner of the Tom Douglas and Company restaurant group. Happy to talk to him about making some tonic. Matt Fortner is here, former group chef here, even right downstairs at Lola, and he is doing a class with Annie. Matt, not many people sign up to do a class with Annie, and you know why. She's a tough cookie, that one, but you are twice her size. You could just sit on her and the class would
Annie
go.
could take him 100%.
Well, I know she's vicious. She's a black belt. Right? Are you a black belt, Annie? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. We celebrate peak of tomato season. Food and travel writer Leslie Kelly is here not only to mash on. Never mind. I'm not going to go back there. Hot Stove Society's Rashida Rossley and cookbook author Patricia. Okay, Tanam Bahardia.
Yes. Good job.
Yes, exactly. Share Indonesian cooking techniques from Pat's latest book in their upcoming class of mortar and pestle. Do you own a mortar and pestle in your house?
Of course.
I have several, as you can imagine. We have a dozen or so around here.
Right
at the
here,
house.
yeah.
I see one right there.
We use them as, what they're really cute as, on bookshelves, how you kind of have a stopper at the end of your line of books to hold them upright. We use mortar and pestles.
I see 3 right now.
Yeah.
That's a great
they're
Mine
idea.
is currently holding pens. I
No,
think.
they're so dang heavy. The big ones are so heavy and they're inexpensive.
Yep.
Makes a great bookshelf stopper.
Called a bookend.
A bookend. That's what I was trying to get to. It's like we don't tape our show, we record our show. Hot Stove Tasty Panel takes on a juicy debate. I asked for this one.
You did. I was excited.
And what do we have?
We're going to see what ground meat is the best for burgers.
It's a little late in the season to be doing this, but still I felt like
It's
it
a
was worthwhile.
year-round thing.
Burgers are universsul.
And we're going to do Wagyu, we're going to do lamb, pork, lean. We're going to do it all.
Yep. Bison.
We're going to see what tastes best in a blind tasting without any accoutrement, right?
Salt, pepper.
Salt, pepper.
Yep.
Okay. Because once you get on the ketchup and the mustard and the pickles and the lettuce and the tomato, and yeah. And of course, we're going to wrap things up with food for thought, tasty trivia. Why not? It's the best part of our show. My taste of the week, Loretta, you canceled because you got sick. But I bought these gnocchi at, I want to say at the Ballard Market. And the brand is called Mama Emma's, Mamma, Emma's.
Okay.
And what got me at first was the packaging.
Okay.
Looks very crafty and organic and natural. Then I read the ingredients: potatoes, flour, eggs.
Great.
Love that. There's a little
Are they
oil
in the
to keep them
freezer
separate.
or in the
No,
fridge?
in the deli department.
Okay.
They're refrigerated. And I've bought those ones in the dry aisles.
Yeah,
that
the
are,
shelf
you don't
stable.
need shelf stable ones. And they've got a lot of stuff in them. These were actually really delicious, and I did a classic mistake.
Uh-oh.
I didn't read the directions first.
Yep.
Yeah. Luckily, I did that before.
Do you think you're above directions? Or?
I thought I was. Turns out I'm not. Thought I was. But you don't boil them.
Yeah.
See, I would automatically just boil them first and then put them in a pan and brown them or toss them.
Yeah,
with
some
whatever.
of those refrigerated ones you don't need to.
I did not know that.
don't
And you
need
know
to
what's the
boil.
best part about that? I went back and looked and said, why are these falling apart? And I looked at the front of the box.
Right front
in the
and center.
same size, right underneath where it says potato gnocchi, it says no boil.
No boil.
Perfect.
Never,
Just pan fried.
never registered.
Yeah.
So pan fried, a little bit of butter, a little bit of olive oil. I did add just maybe a couple tablespoons of water and then a big pile of pesto from the farm. I had mixed spinach and pesto and
sounds
basil
awesome.
together. Beautiful green sauce.
I'm gonna have to
Toasted
find those
pine
gnocchi as a staple food in our household.
Well,
so.
one of the reasons I got them was because your kids were coming
Yeah.
over and they're a little finicky, I'll say.
Sometimes. I mean, they like kid foods. Yeah.
Yeah, but they love pesto,
They love pesto.
which is a shocker.
And they love gnocchi.
It's green, right? So anyway,
Let's just say
I bought a bunch of these and then you canceled, and so I had a
I
lot of
was sparing
gnocchi.
you my germs.
A lot of gnocchi to
Which
deal
I
with.
didn't really spare you because you're snotty too. So
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, there it is. Mama Emma's is my taste of the
Mama
week.
Emma's.
I thought it was a really nice product.
where do
As
you find them? At Market or Town and Country?
I got them at Town and Country.
Okay.
I would imagine they're available all
I'm
over.
gonna look for him.
When I looked at them to try and figure out more to talk about them before the show today, I looked at them on Amazon because you can find out all the details.
Yeah.
They didn't get a great rating on Amazon.
Interesting.
They only had.
We did a tasting panel on gnocchi
I don't remember
because
that.
it is a staple in my
Yes.
house, and
Because you
in
ran
our
over to
taste
Neb and got
test,
some.
yeah, the two Tibet. Well, of course the Neb ones came out first,
Yeah.
but the frozen Tutabella ones won that taste test
Oh.
in our house. So I'll have to put them up next to each other now.
And the frozen Tutabellas,
Yeah.
because these are air vacuumed in
Yeah.
a little cryovac bag. So anyway, what's your taste of the week?
Well, anybody that knows me has heard me talk about this like 27 times at this point, but
Good. Let's try something different. Then.
my husband and I went out to spur of the moment date night.
How does that work with 3 babies? How do you have a
Well,
spur of the
it was
moment?
in advance.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
what was spur in the we knew we were going out to dinner. We had no idea where. My favorite thing that my husband does is he will say, "Do you want choices?" And I say yes, and then he gives me 4 choices, and then I get to pick. But I don't have to do all the
You
work
feel like
surrounding
you
it.
hog all the decisions to begin with, or
Yeah.
why you do?
Yeah.
Boy, things.
You raised her.
Well, I'm just saying. I
You
don't.
hog all the decisions. You raised me exactly like that.
I just can't stand. What do you want to do? Well, I don't know. What do you want to do? Well,
Agreed.
and then as soon as I say, "Let's go to Saltoro tonight,"
Yeah, we're like, man,
nah,
yeah.
no.
So that's why I like this, is because he'll pick 4 things that sound good to him, and then I pick the one that sounds best to me out of those 4. Anyways, this
Go.
time Pansita was on the list. It is over in the kind of like
Ravenna.
Ravenna area behind,
Well,
kind of close to you Village on the back side. It's where the restaurant Pear used to be, and it was there forever. First of all, Pear was the sweetest, cutest restaurant ever. Pansita has remained the sweetest, cutest restaurant ever. It is so
that
cozy.
can't be because Neb is the sweetest, cutest restaurant ever.
So cozy in there. It is like the perfect date night spot. Anyways, it is kind of, I would say, modern Mexican. The chef and co-owner, Janet Becerra, was a James Beard Award finalist, I think last year. It is the best meal I have had out in Seattle, with the exception of our places, of course. I would say single dish was so spot on. It was size. It was not overly complicated. They're really focusing on highlighting different masas there. So every kind of like masa product they did was incredible. For dessert, they had this lemon poppy seed tamale with a tres leches sauce poured over. I mean, the whole thing. Cocktails were delicious, top to bottom. It was just like such a phenomenal experience, and I can't wait to go back. And the people that yet, and so I've been singing the
You
praises.
feel
No, oh my God, no. The fact that we could get in day of was miraculous because it has been booked and busy. But
when you showed me the menu, I thought it really read Mexico City to me.
yeah,
It was
ET
just
said
a-
the same thing.
Yeah.
And I know he spent a lot of time in Mexico City. But anyways, if I can encourage you to go out somewhere, it's not a cheap meal. Don't think Mexican
Entrees
and
are
think you're
$50
getting,
to $55.
yeah, you're getting like a
Appetizers
$15
are
taco.
23,
But for a special night out, it was fantastic.
You just don't see Latin food at that price range very often, so it takes your breath away a little bit. But when you go eat with Matt Fortner at Matt's or wherever he happens to be, entrees are $50 some now, and it is what it is. Restaurants are not cheap to operate. So
the attention they're giving, the level of product that they're using, they have all of their purveyors like listed on everything. They're really doing a phenomenal job. I think.
So Pansita, upscale Mexican food, you would call it. And I was really thrilled to have 3 different heirloom corn tortillas.
Yeah. was really cool. I'm going to make you and Mom go.
Yeah, make a reservation, and
They can pay this time.
that's the only reason you want us to go is so that we can pay. Yeah, look at you're getting claps. There's an understanding in the audience about all that. Okay, Sean Hartley's going to join us next. He is making some homemade tonic, which you don't see very often.
Nope.
It seems so easy to buy a bottle of Fever Tree. He's going to tell us why you shouldn't. On Cairo Radio, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
Just like 3 minutes over time.
No, it wasn't. Were we okay? We're okay on time, huh? Yeah. Okay, Sean. So how many people in here enjoy a gin and tonic? Good.
Sorry, there's no gin this morning.
There's no gin, but
I think it could be arranged. Good morning.
Johnny?
What do you think?
I think it's more what it has to be. It's going to be more than 20 because I just ordered chairs and it was.
Did you order the ones
I ordered the ones we have at Half Shell,
Oh, yeah.
but in green.
And those are like 75.
No, they're like 130.
Oh, that's cute. Look what she's
But they
got.
held up
I
well.
can't
They're-
possibly be known for serving tonic without
No.
gin. If you were to choose to have some.
I
So-
love that.
No. Just walk around and just offer.
Yeah.
Don't get crazy.
It was.
So
really hard
Danae is
time
going to walk
stacking.
around and offer anyone who wants a real gin and tonic a bit of gin.
Anyways, I just ordered.
And there's
them
no
so I knew that
shame.
We would have
There's no
them, and then
shame.
they come in and they're
It
not
is
so
after
long.
9, for God's sake.
But that was 80.
I don't know why Sean was so cheap and not giving you any gin.
It's 9 o'clock in the. Oh no, that never stops anybody.
Look at this. Look at Danae. She's making up for your foible. All right, we're back in the kitchen of Society Show, coming to you from downtown Seattle seat right now. Sean Hartley is here. He has been with my coworker for how many years?
30.
All the way up there. Bring that. We're going to
30.
start that again. Can you adjust the mic for him, please? All the way up. There we go. We're back here at the Hot Stove Society Show on Cairo Radio. Sean Hartley has jumped into the hot seat. Sean has been my coworker for 30-some years. And the other day I was on my reels, which I've been known to do a little bit, and it was your picture. Did you know
Yes.
this?
Yes.
And you were fiddling around in the kitchen, I think at the Palace Kitchen, if I'm
Palace
not
Kitchen.
mistaken.
Yep.
I
And-
read about him in Forbes magazine.
And you read about him in
Yes.
Forbes. You're like the hot ticket right now.
Yeah.
Good thing you're in the hot seat.
That works well.
Tell us about what you do with TD & Co. and then how we got onto this tonic train.
Let's see. Well, I was in the kitchen for 15 years and 10 years of the chef of the Palace Kitchen, which was fabulous. And eventually I moved into our role as director of operations, which has kind of post-pandemic merged into IT director and things like that. So I do a lot of things I'm not qualified to do.
You do a lot of things that you spend a lot of time on your phone saying, what's wrong?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You answer a lot of panicked phone calls.
I do, and I try not to panic. I do
And also,
well.
you've been really involved in building out the kitchens, right? For all your
Yeah, so
restaurants?
I think we've probably built over 15 restaurants more or less since
Wow.
I've been in my job. So
And remodeled them all since
And
we built
yes.
them.
So,
Yeah. You
inside
know,
and out.
my table this morning at Lola was missing a foot on the table base.
It's not. Don't tell me.
And
Tell your general manager.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. It wasn't just missing a foot. The tap and die has dissolved, so it needs to be retapped. So that's not something we can ask our GMs to do, is it now?
Well, you could ask your GM and they would ask me. That's just the shit rolls
Anyway,
downhill.
just kidding. That's the kind of phone call you get
Yeah,
sometimes.
it is. And I try not to panic.
I try not to panic. So what got you on the tonic trail?
You know, I guess I got tired of terrible gin and tonics at restaurants and wanted to do it better. So, I mean, usually it's a great drink, but usually when you go to pretty much any place, it's flat and tasteless. And
It's coming out of a box, just like Coca-Cola might. Or,
yeah, the tonic syrup is.
The tonic
and you know,
syrup,
usually, you know, if you get bad gin, it's all bad. So I wanted to do it better.
When you're in a restaurant and you get a soda like that,
Mhm.
like a Diet Coke or whatever, it's in a box. It goes through a cast aluminum plate that's underneath the ice well to chill. And if that whole mixes off,
it's flat.
it's flat. That kind of thing at a restaurant. This just means their mix is off or their plate is not cold enough.
Right. And that's the thing. I like really fizzy cold drinks. So
Okay,
this way you can control it.
So let's go there because you're in our restaurant group
Mhm.
and we have Fever Tree tonic in our wells,
Which is really good, I think.
which is a good tonic
Yeah.
and consistent, right? It's the same tonic every time.
Yep.
We buy it in small jars so that it stays
carbonated. So that's got to stay
carbonated, yeah.
cold.
Yeah. So like anything else, like we had a guy on the show one time that made vermouth here. First time I'd seen vermouth made, and it's like, I am never not making vermouth again. And here I am. I've never made it since.
Well, but, you know,
It was so good.
During the pandemic, I remember we did. Remember, because
Yeah,
we had so much
exactly.
red wine around.
But my point was, it was so good. Tell us about why your tonic is that much better. And our audience, most of them are drunk right now because they're drinking gin and tonics.
Did everybody say yes to the
Did
gin?
everyone say yes to gin?
Good for
Pretty
you.
much.
You know, I don't. You know, it just tends to be a little the stuff that you get most. Like if you get the Schweppes tonic water, it's clear. It's so it's been filtered, and I think it's maybe not.
So that's interesting right there.
So the stuff that I have made, and it's not my recipe. I just I stole it from somebody else. But cinchona bark, citric acid, and both of those are really kind of the tart, tangy flavor.
Citric acid is a powdered acid, right?
Yes, powdered, and the cinchona bark is a true bark, and I get it from down at Tenzing Momo down the Pike Place Market. So there's the little pea store down there.
Yeah.
And my particular version this last time had cardamom pods and lavender, star anise, ginger, lemongrass, and then citrus peels. So all that was over 3 or 4 days. Oh, and lots of sugar. And so citrus peels, and it sits for 3 or 4 days, and then you filter it out, and you've got tonic water. And so you've got tonic syrup. And then so at home, what I do, I treat it more like a cocktail. Syrup and the lime and the gin, and I shake it up in a cocktail, and that goes in the glass, and then I top it off with tonic water. That way, it's really fizzy, really cold, and delicious. So.
And I think that's interesting because you don't want to shake the bubbles out of your soda water.
Yeah, because that'll just make it flat.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
And then I use, I have a Soda Stream machine, and I make it extra fizzy.
You have a Soda Stream machine?
I do.
I
think that's my only kitchen gadget I have.
Really?
Yeah.
So what
you like a lot of bubbles.
Yeah, I like it really effervescent and cold.
So I have 2 questions. Why gin? How did this always end up with gin? And then let's go back before that even, and quinine water and tonic. I mean, there was a reason for this particular.
It was invented in India by the British. I think when the British occupied India, and it treats malaria, this is very topical also too, because recently I think they had a malaria. Somebody caught malaria in Pierce County who had not traveled. So anyway, maybe they should
did not travel.
They did not travel. So this is a local transmission, which is extremely weird. So they should probably be drinking more tonic water.
More tonic
at this
with
point.
gin.
But it doesn't prevent it. It treats it once you get malaria. So anyway, so that's. You can also overdo it with the chinchonism or something like that.
Seriously?
Yeah. Well, you get apparently you joint pain. And it's really supposed to be really horrible.
I've done that with chicharrones before, and I've got
and we can see what happened with that.
Belly pain.
Yeah. And so now we after you poured out just your tonic because you're being cheap this morning, I pulled out a bottle of gin. Why the marriage? What do you think it is? More botanicals, right? Just there's a lot in the tonic, and now there's a lot in gin.
I don't know traditionally why. I mean, I think that I picture gin as a British drink. So I think that perhaps
That
is the
must be
reason.
it.
But and us, vodka doesn't have any flavor, so it doesn't have.
So when maybe you don't know this, but when the ships were coming across the ocean in the
the ocean.
1600s, 1700s, they were having scurvy issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I for some reason put that together with tonic in that they were using the citrus-based tonic to help with scurvy. Is that not
Right.
true?
I don't. I think so. I think it developed in India.
In India,
Cocktail. I think it was initially. It was
as it should.
Anything into a cocktail.
The name tonic. It's to cure something.
Yeah,
right?
it's a
So I
health,
think
yeah.
initially
Yeah.
and then I think it became a cocktail just to make it palatable. So
And do you riff
And
on
it
your
can-
recipes, or do you just stick to your same recipe?
I've done probably for the last 3 years. I've done this very similar one.
Uh-huh.
Pinch and Swirl is the website that I've
Pinch and
Pinch
swirl.
and Swirl is just some website I saw. And then so you can. This is cold infused. You can do it quickly, so that's 3 or 4 days. You can do it quickly and kind of boil it, and you can do it in a few hours. But
Oh.
this seems to be a little bit more.
And
So
then
you
do
boil it and then let it
do
sit,
you
right?
jar
Yeah.
it when you
It
make
just
the
sits in the
syrup?
fridge.
Okay.
It can only, but I think after about a month, it starts to mold a little bit. So it does. The sugar, I think, catches up with
Gets
it,
to it.
and so
I wonder if you could properly
like
Can it.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
so.
Or freeze it
Yeah,
in little
freeze it.
pint jars or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
And then so really, I just wanted to make a batch, and I offered to make some for. And she's been gracious enough to serve it. So, but it really was for me.
No,
And then
it's like,
so-
it's fun,
But
right?
it was
It
fun,
was
and
for you,
so-
and now you're roped into making it for them every.
right. I should probably teach them how to do that. Anyway, so no, they've been.
All right, I sent around a bottle of Beefeaters. What's your favorite gin for gin and tonic?
I like the Bombay Sapphire. Is
Bombay
my-
Sapphire.
is my favorite all around.
Is there an essence in it that
I don't think it has a it's not particularly. It's pretty balanced, I think. So
Uh-huh.
it doesn't have anything that's too forward. I think
Have you
I'm a
tried
botanist person?
the Bombay Sapphire East?
that has a kind of the Rangpur lime sort of thing. I
That
like
is my I don't know if they still make it, but they used to make a
Yeah.
Sapphire East, and it was like extra botanical
yeah.
and so good.
I
It
mean,
must have star anise and things like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And-
That Sung Kai gin, the Vietnamese gin,
it's delicious.
does a nice job with that. So I'm a botanist person from Scotland, and I still like the cucumberness of Hendrix.
Hendrix, yeah,
I like Hendrix too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it as well. It just price wise, also, when you drink a lot of gin, you got to think about that. I think the Bombay Sapphire.
I don't drink enough to worry about that. When you think about a $45 bottle of gin, which is about what Hendrix would be, and you get an ounce and a half shot, there's 20 in a liter, there's 33 ounces, right? So
Right.
it spreads out pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sean, for
Pleasure.
sharing your knowledge on gin and tonics. Where are we going next?
We've got Matt Fortner and Annie Elmore talking about their class, Cooking, Drinking, and Cursing.
Cooking, drinking, and cursing.
That's perfect for the two of them.
Yeah, exactly. On Cairo Radio, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
Thank you, Sean. All right.
I'm not getting in there because I'm communicating. I'm not getting in there because I'm not breathing on it.
And Sean, we're going to put. No, you're great.
My kids are sick for once. Knock on wood.
So, Sean, I don't know location here. I don't know location here for YouTube. So to put Annie. Okay.
It looks good on the camera. They're both in there.
So is it better with the gin or without the gin? With? With no.
They discontinued the Sapphire East, which had Thai lemongrass and Vietnamese black peppercorn. It's really good. Bummer.
That's not a sold.
I only discovered it because we ended up with like 2 bottles in the booze room
Yeah.
during COVID.
for a minute, which was a berry one.
Yeah.
Fortner, do you need a special invite? Are you going to come up and talk with us? Or what's going on? Sean, can you fix mics, please?
Your stuff's right here. Ignore all the rest. Okay.
Annie came all the way back from Scotland just for this segment.
Haggis.
Haggis.
Won't go any lower. How's that?
You should just put it on the floor, then she'll be able to reach it.
Thank you.
So if you're going to talk to Matt, I want you to turn your chair and turn your microphone. If you're going to talk to me, then it's fine where it is.
Okay.
But you can't go like this.
Okay.
Okay?
You got to talk right into the microphone.
Right into that thing.
Yeah.
Right into it.
See, that's not good. Directly.
Straight on.
It's fine. Turn your mic. You can do it.
All right. I got
You
it.
got it?
Are you nervous?
I'm hot. I've been working.
There's a first.
Wish I have something to throw at
usually
you
she
right
has
now.
a bowl of fennel and red pepper next to her, and she's just
Little rabbit.
little rabbit.
I didn't have today.
Good.
Yet.
I like that. I like when it's like that. Here we are. We're back in the kitchen at the hot stove in the studios. Lively audience this morning. They're all sipping on some homemade tonic with some beef eater gin this morning. Matt Fortner has jumped into the guest chair. He is the former chef of Lola Restaurant. Were you a chef in any of our other joints? Cuoco, that's right.
That's how we met.
That's how you two met.
Yeah.
Annie Elmore is here. She is the executive director here at the Hot Stove and does some presenting of her own. What do you got coming up? Anything interesting?
For this month, actually, last week I just did a Southern Summer class, and then in September, Matt and I are doing a class together, and then
Does he know that?
he was begging me.
Oh,
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I
begging.
pencil you in
Begging
someday
Matt.
in September. All right.
All right. And Matt Fortner, what
Yes,
are you
sir.
doing now?
I am working with the Mats in the Market group again.
Uh-huh.
I took a 7-month vacation.
Oh my God!
Yeah. And well, I just needed a break, burned out,
Yeah.
you know. But now I'm kind of bouncing around from our places. We have a Radiator Whiskey in the market. We just opened a Radiator Whiskey out in Ballard on right on Old Ballard Avenue.
Uh-huh.
And we have the White Swan Public House on South Lake Union.
Oh, I forgot that was part of that group.
Yeah.
Tell me about the one in Old Ballard. Where is that? Where
Ballard, it's right next to Gracia, the restaurant
Okay, yeah,
Gracia.
yeah.
So we're right next door.
It used to be cut.
Used to be the Ballard Cut.
Yeah.
Ballard cut. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been open for maybe 6 weeks now.
Uh-huh.
Brand new.
Congrats.
Yeah, we're real proud of it, and it's cool in there, and lots of whiskey.
Yes, there is. All right, you're doing a class with Annie. Thank you. Yeah, you must be a brave man. It's on September the 20th, and you know that's here at the Hot Stove. How did Annie? How did this title come about?
Matt used to have a series here before he left,
Uh-huh.
and it sold out every single time. So we kind of wanted to bring it back because a lot of the regulars were asking, like, when are we going to bring it back? I was like, I don't know. So since he begging me, and I was like, all right, we'll do it.
We'll do it. So it's September the 20th, and tell us about the class itself, Matt.
Annie and I are going to teach everyone how to make some gazpacho, heirloom tomato gazpacho. We really wanted to focus on the kind of the end of summer ingredients.
One day before, right? The 20th.
Yeah.
Gonna miss these tomatoes when they're gone. So
Yeah.
we're gonna make some halibut aguachile. It's one of my favorite dishes from Mexico. I'm headed down tomorrow to get some firsthand research for a few days.
Wow. Do you use this class as an excuse to book a trip?
I'll use a book a trip for anything,
Yeah.
really. We're going to do some roasted pork chops with corn polenta, green beans, and some bagna cotta. And I'm obsessed with macaron since being in France recently, and with some raspberry buttercream.
You and everyone else. Did you have a favorite one in France? Did you do
well-
the macaron trail with
Lemon. I've been obsessed with lemon.
lemon?
Uh,
Hermé or
Pierre, oh, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
I have all of his cookbooks. I try, believe it or not, I sometimes wish I was a pastry chef and originally
Really?
got into the business to do that.
Uh-huh.
But I think there's just more opportunities for savory chefs, especially in a town like Seattle. So I ended up here.
It's interesting that you say that because I feel like that I'm not sure where you got there with that, but
Well, this was 25 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say about 25 years ago, the bakery scene just exploded. Of course, with breads too.
Yeah.
You know, Leslie Mackey and I looked at opening a bakery, for an artisan bread bakery, before we opened the Dahlia Lounge, in 38 years ago, and she went on to open Macrina, which then sold to. No, she went on to open Grand Central Bakery with
Grand Central.
that group out of Portland, and then opened her own in Macrina, which is now owned by Pagliacci Pizza.
Wow.
Folks. Yeah. Okay, so now we got the cooking part down. It's cook.
Well, Annie does like to drink.
Yes, she
And
does.
she's got a very foul mouth, so we figure we better
So the
warn people.
cursing
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she's the one in the two of
cursing
this
thing
with
is
the foul mouth.
Annie thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, I don't
This
know if you've
is a
seen.
radio show, so we can't.
I don't know if you've seen Annie after a shot of brown liquor.
I have.
Okay.
Let's not see it again. I'm a mom now.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
So is Julie making cocktails for the
Yeah.
drinking part?
Yeah, so usually with Matt's class, we start out with a shot. So Julie is coming up with a shot and then 3 different cocktails to pair with the menu. Going back to Matt talking about, macarons, he's really been obsessed with it. We're going to make also a little box for people to take it home at the end of the class. And they get to eat it here too as well. Kind of like a little going away gift. That was his idea.
So you leave with some cookies and a buzz.
Yeah.
And an Uber.
Yeah.
And an Uber.
Not paid by us.
We're not providing the Uber. but
Yeah.
Just stay overnight in the hotel.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Why
Hotel
wouldn't you?
Andra, right here.
How do you go about coming up with a menu for a class?
For me or for Matt? Oh. Well, we just sat down. We wanted usually what season is in right now. And then we go with that by the theme, like what you're looking for. So like Matt was just saying earlier, we want to focus on the end of the summer because it was the end of September. And then from there, you can kind of look what all the produce is available. And then you kind of incorporate that into the menu. And then usually I like to cook what I like to eat. Like, Matt with the aguachole. I love pork chop. He likes pork chop too. So we have that in there. And I used to grow tomatoes and I used to pickle the tiny green cherry tomatoes whole. And I use them in Bloody Marys and stuff like that. And so we're talking about hoping to maybe talk to somebody if they have like little green cherry tomatoes. We're gonna pickle those and give it to people too.
Talk to somebody.
Yeah,
Maybe Prosser
maybe
Farm. I don't know.
Prosser Farm. I don't know. So that's where we all got all that idea floating in, and same thing with the macarons. Matt's really into it right now. So things that you want to cook that you really like and really interested in. That's how you're able to talk during the class and really let people know that you are really want to teach them of what you're excited about. Because if you're not excited about it, it's really hard to teach people something to be excited with,
I love Chinatown pork chops. Do you know what I mean by that? Like
No.
when I have, I like old style Chinese restaurants.
Mhm.
Some people call them Chinese American, but to me, they're just Chinese restaurants. Like Tai Tung is where I hang out a bit with all the Bruce Lee paraphernalia around. But I get their Chinatown pork chop, which is basically a thin pork chop that's been pounded a little bit and then whacked with a cleaver, bone in. So almost every piece has a chunk of bone in it, which you have to kind of fight with in your mouth. But it's deep fried in cornstarch.
Oh yeah.
And then wok seared with garlic, jalapeno, and salt and pepper.
Oh
and that
yeah.
to me is a Chinatown pork chop.
Yeah.
And I usually have that with the fried fish and Chinese greens. That is my perfect lunch.
Well, like with
Lunch.
That's a big
Lunch.
lunch.
Go to bed after that.
I mean, it's different than American pork chop. As you see, you usually brine it and you cook it to perfect temperatures to slightly pink
The
on
American
the inside.
style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This one you like. There's no pinkness.
No.
Like you gotta chew on it sometime.
Yeah.
But the chewing part, I like. That texture right there.
Mhm.
Not everything have to be fork tender.
Right.
So
Well, I think it's just a good lesson in different styles.
Totally,
of
yeah.
Cooking. Yeah.
yeah.
Those brine, big, thick pork chops that are kind of medium, cooked to medium, are pretty darn tasty too.
Yeah, they are, especially when you brine it, a little bit, couple days.
I've never brined a pork chop before. Is this something I need to be doing?
Matt,
I
how
think
would you
so.
brine a pork chop?
I would do salt, sugar, whatever aromatic spices that you like, and let it lay in there at least overnight.
So just
And then bring it
one
out
part
the-
salt, one part, say, brown sugar.
I would do one
water.
part salt, maybe a half part sugar.
Okay.
Like maybe a cup of salt, a half a cup of sugar, a gallon of water, some aromatics. And then I would let it sit out of the brine for a day too, just to kind of dry off and form like a pellicle, like a crust on it. Yeah.
And then you give it a hard sear or put
Hard
it on the
sear,
grill?
yeah.
Hard sear.
Or somebody fancier than me would probably sous vide, but
Yeah.
I don't cook that fancy.
Me neither.
It's been brined, but I would definitely put more salt.
Well, there's a way to look at that too. There's also a finishing salt, right?
Sure.
So you can taste it after you've cooked it and see if does it need more salt. So
I tell cooks all the time, if nothing's ever sent back salty, then you're not trying hard enough.
I do remember that when I used to work for him. He's like, I'll be mad if they sent back not enough salt, but there's too much salt. I'm okay with that.
really,
Yeah,
that is so opposite for me.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
What's your favorite salt? My favorite salt really is fish sauce.
Really?
You know, when I think about salty foods,
Mhm.
like you put it in a brine, just we'll say table salt or kosher salt.
Mhm.
I like fish sauce because
Have
it
you
adds
had
an umami
that-
quality.
Red boat
Yeah,
salt,
fish salt,
fish sauce salt. It's
Oh.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so
So
good.
good.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know where
awesome.
you can get it, but
I
it,
think Ballard Market has it. Most
yeah,
any grocery.
we
has it.
had one here and it's a little bit goes a long way
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because it's so intense. It's not the liquid kind. It's really
Yeah.
concentrated.
Is there any MSG in it?
I don't think so.
I like a
don't
little
think so. I
MSG
think it's
myself.
just like the fish sauce. They've been dehydrated and turned into salt. Yeah.
I'm a Malden.
You're Malden. Well, Malden is nice because it's got the big flakes.
Yeah, I love when you get that
the
like big
crunch.
full flake in
Big
your bite.
crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is all happening. Tell us again when it's going to be.
September 20th.
Okay. And
Annie wanted to do it early, but I was, come on. This is like an event, you know?
Yeah.
She wanted to do like 5 o'clock. I was like, who
I didn't
eats
say
at 5
five. It's
o'clock?
at 5:30, 7:30. Settle down.
Oh, I'm sorry, 5:30.
Settle down. So it's an evening event, September 20th. You can buy tickets on hotstovesociety.com.
and it's
6
almost
to
sold out. Is that true? So
Yeah, 6 to 8:30.
Oh, you really are staying up late.
I
aren't
know.
you?
I told him like I'm already in
8:30.
bed by 9.
I've never heard the 30 part after 8 o'clock for you.
She'll be drunk by 8.
When we come back, it's peak of the tomato season right this minute. We've been waiting all summer. Here it is on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
How's your breakfast? Annie was working real hard on those eggs.
Did you get a nice crispy edge on your egg? That's what I asked him to
Well, I'm on the
do,
radio.
without overcooking the
Personally,
yogurt.
mainly her. That's a foul mouth lady.
None for me, but I will take a Madeline if there's extra.
I'm good, thank you. Anybody need an extra breakfast? We're back here in the kitchen on Cairo. Chef Matt Fortner is going to hang with us for one more segment, talking about tomatoes. It's peak of the season tomato time. I'm Tom Douglas.
I'm Loretta Douglas.
And Matt
And I'm Matt Fortner.
Matt Fortner. So in our last segment, we talked about your cooking class, and it's called Cooking, Drinking, and Cursing on September the 20th. And you had a couple of, because of the season, you've had a couple of tomato preps in there.
Yep.
What is your, I'm not a gazpacho person, so let's drop that for now.
Yeah.
What is your favorite way to have the peak of the season, summertime tomatoes.
Sliced with olive oil and salt.
That's it.
That's it.
Flaky salt.
Flaky salt. Well, some kosher salt and some flaky salt. I was just in Buenos Aires for 5 weeks recently, and I ate at this place called Don Julio. It's very nice steakhouse, but their tomato salad was basically just a tomato kind of cut open, not all the way through, with olive oil and salt on it. It was. I love the presentation, and it was just they have their own farm, so it came straight from their farm, similar to your situation. Yeah, great. But you know, I like a straight up caprese salad, mozzarella, basil. Just very simple, plain.
When you see a tomato like that, it has to be a tomato. I mean, it's got to come with everything it's got, right?
Yes.
When it's just that, a fabulous olive oil and salt, it's really got to bring it.
It has to be the star.
Yeah, exactly. Loretta, what's your favorite tomato?
I'm similar, but on a piece of toasted sourdough toast with butter, and then thick slice of tomato, flaky salt on top.
That sounds like your mother.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
learned that from her probably, but that's a perfect meal for me. At Pansita, when I was there last week, they were doing like this incredible tomato salad with these kind of long, I don't know what type of cheese it is, but it's Mexican cheese. And that was so far my best tomato dish of the season, I would say. But mine are still very green. And every time I have a red one, something is coming and stealing it from my plant. And I
like your
haven't.
children, maybe?
No, not my children. Like some kind of animal, and they're leaving a sad, half-chewed red tomato in my
Aw.
garden, and I have not gotten a single ripe one yet. So
You eat the other half?
no, I don't know. It's
It's
probably
organic.
a rat that's
It's
getting
organic.
it. So I'm hopeful with the heat this week that I'm going to get some ripe.
You know,
ones
when we
coming up.
had our big tomato patch, 3,500 tomato plants at Prosser Farm,
Wow.
your mother was crazed. She would literally take a tomato, my hand's pretty big, but maybe your hand-sized tomato, cut both ends off and take that thick slab out of the center and put that on a piece of toasted baguette or something of that sort.
It's perfect.
And I said, what are you going to do with the rest of the tomatoes? She says, you know, she had 3,500 tomato plants. She was averaging 80 pounds of tomatoes per plant.
Wow.
Organic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was like flippant about the whole thing.
She was wealthy in tomato.
Yeah. Now she was just over at the farm. She came back, you know, with 2 sad looking crates of tomatoes. It's like she was beside herself.
Yeah. What are you eating? How are you eating a good tomato?
I like a mix. Like I love the colorful plate of mixed yellows, green
Yeah.
zebras, reds, small reds, big reds.
Sun gold,
I like that
gold
kind of
color.
mixed
Yeah.
plate of tomatoes. And then I'm a big fan of the extra virgin lemon pressed olive oil that you can buy in the grocery store. It's maybe $30. It's not cheap, but you don't use a whole ton of it. But I like that lemon without adding more acid.
Mhm.
And then smoked Malden flake salt. For some reason, I really like that. Well, I know why. 'Cause I love anything grilled. So, that smoked Malden sea salt is my favorite. So,
Nice.
Let's not forget about it on a pizza.
all right, let's talk about that.
Just to slice fresh tomatoes on pizza. It's really good.
And you don't find them too watery.
Not if you eat it fast enough.
It's kind of, I feel like the wateriness is kind of part of it. Like it's
Is it?
just, yeah. Cause I mean, if you're eating it on toast or eating it plain, it's watery. Why shouldn't it be watery on a pizza either? But
What if you
Um,
strain them and then use the tomato juice in your martini?
wow.
Well, you make
now
a
we're
tomato
talking.
water martini.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fabulous thing. You've never done that?
No, not
Well,
yet.
you know, so many people squeeze their tomatoes to get the seeds out and stuff. Well, you just squeeze them over a strainer.
Yeah.
And then let the water drip through. And then you have this intense tomato flavored water. And
Excellent.
It's
Tim
delish.
Kelly, remember Tim Kelly? He used to be
Art-
down at the Alexis Hotel.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the first place maybe 30 years ago. I had a tomato water martini and it was garnished with Johnny Jump Up flowers.
Oh, cute.
So delicious. And it had a tomato ice cube in it. So he took that same tomato water, made a big ice cube, and then made his martini on top of
That
that.
sounds awesome.
It was really good.
We should,
I
have
have
to
stolen
try
it
that.
ever
we
since.
should
yeah.
reprise that somewhere if we're not. That's awesome.
Well, we're in tomato season. and it's going to just go away at some point in another month or so.
Yeah.
So how do you preserve them?
Sauce.
You tell me how you preserve
Well,
yours.
I have a
Seems like
question.
a question. Yeah.
No, well, I was at
You know
my
what they say? Never ask a question you don't know the answer
I
to.
know I keep forgetting that. But I was in Hood River this last weekend with some friends who have a beautiful garden. So tons of tomatoes. She loves gazpacho. I know it's not your favorite. I love it too. So I made from a garden an onion, a cucumber, bunch of tomatoes, and I peeled some of them first. I did a little test, and then at the end you're going to put everything through a strainer. And I thought that might save some of the work. And then when I got home, I did a batch for us, and I didn't peel them, and it was the same amount. It wasn't worth peeling them.
Right.
But so I made gazpacho. Now I've got all this beautiful gazpacho in pint jars in my fridge. I was thinking of popping them in the freezer. And it's got olive oil in it, so I think they'd freeze fine.
Yeah.
But now
know.
I think I'm maybe making some ice cubes out of them.
Yeah. Why not? I wouldn't put the olive oil tomato juice in a
yeah.
drink. It'll create an oil slick on
Okay.
top.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next tomatoes, make tomato water and freeze
Yeah,
those.
and tomato water. If you need a bunch, you just puree your tomatoes
Mhm.
and just let them strain into water. Right.
Okay.
So
I'm doing it.
there you go.
And tomato prices are going up.
Oh,
With the
then let's
tariffs.
Along
talk
with
about
everything
that.
else.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah, but the good news is we don't have to pay for it as just
oh,
the,
sure. I think Forbes came out, or someone came out with it will cost the average household like almost $4,000 a year in groceries.
right.
So
What a bargain.
yeah,
Forbes, that well-known lefty magazine.
true.
Let's go back to tomatoes for 1 second and talk about the tariffs right now, because that's what's really going to affect things. There's two things to, we're scaring away a lot of our pickers here in the States for
Mhm.
but we just put a 21% tariff on tomatoes out of Mexico, where we get 90% of our tomatoes from
Mhm.
as a country.
Pretty
And so
good
there's
idea.
no way around the tomatoes not going up. There's just no way. So,
And the Mexican growers are already cutting back their
because
fields.
they think they're not going to sell
Yeah.
as many, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So
So maybe start growing your own in-house.
why not?
I think they're putting a greenhouse on the White House lawn, though, so don't worry.
Let's talk a little bit about what you said, Loretta, was making tomato sauce. That's something we have a family tradition of every year. Your mom grows both slicing tomatoes, salad tomatoes, and paste
Sauce tomatoes. yeah,
sauce or paste tomatoes. It is a fun little process. We're still using up last year's, and we're starting to pick paste tomatoes already this year.
I feel like it goes along with our annual Prosser meatball project. Usually we do meatballs more in like June. We put up all the meatballs, and then by this time, sometime in the next month, we're putting up sauce, and then you have both for the whole winter, and it's the best. But we usually do one just plain, nothing added, just tomato sauce. And then cooked, yes. And then we'll do one kind of seasoned up, doctored up,
Ready for spaghetti.
Sauce. And then when my grandma was still alive, she would do one meat sauce. And then all three of those would go into the freezer. And depending on what you were doing, you would pull out which one you wanted. Because then if you didn't want to use it in an Italian style tomato sauce or something, you have the just plain one that is nothing but your perfect tomatoes, salt, pepper, and that's
What's
it.
a paste
Then-
tomato? Like a San Marzano or something?
Yeah,
Or-
like a Roma.
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
when you
aromas
cut
that-
into it, it has much less like seeds and
Okay.
juice on the inside. The flesh of it is a
can
lot
visualize
thicker.
that.
It's those kind of like oval ones a lot of
Mhm.
the time.
Now you can make a sauce out of anything, honestly.
Right.
So, but a paste tomato is grown for that more meaty
Okay.
tomato. Yeah.
So
My mom always just preserved them like the old-fashioned way in like the canning jars.
Uh-huh.
So we had them all winter.
Whole?
Well, she would boil them, shock them, peel them, and then just stuff them in the jar and can them in the pressure cooker.
Yeah.
awesome.
Yum.
When we get good paste tomatoes like we had last year, we'll freeze them whole in a Ziploc bag.
Mm.
And when you pull them out and put them in a pan, they melt into a sauce. They literally melt.
Peel and all.
But they have to be, oh yeah. Well, you have to pull the peel
Oh, you do?
out.
Okay.
But the flesh just melts into a tomato sauce. So you don't
Mm.
they have to do much of anything to it. So anyway, looking forward to the whole preserving part of the tomato season because it's good fun. I love a good sun-dried tomato personally. So I know they kind of got overused and so they became unfashionable. But
Let's bring 'em back.
I still love them. Up next, what are we going to do, Becky?
Leslie Kelly's going to be here, just our roving RV correspondent. So
RV correspondent on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM. Judas Priest. Who listens to that?
Oh, that's
Where does that leave guy from Journey? Oh,
Should I act like I'm like her size?
yeah.
Would you like to sit or standing better?
Annie, you actually look cute today. What happened?
This right level.
Did you read your emails? No.
Yes, I am amazing.
If you're not going to read your emails, then I'm not even going to talk to you.
I was at
Oh yeah, he said.
It's from Liz. Look for your email. Oh.
Matt, my mom just texted Matt. My mom just texted me. Say hi to Matt for me.
How are you, Miss
Hello.
Kelly?
Good morning. I brought you a
Pink
little,
hat, pink glasses, pink hair.
on brand. What are you gonna do? Sometime in this segment, I brought you a little birthday present, so I'm gonna lay it on you. I know your birthday was.
You don't know nothing.
I know you're older than me, so there.
I know you're getting skinny. What's going on?
Don't go there. Don't go there. I walk like 5 to 7 miles a day.
Do you?
Yeah.
excellent.
I need that program.
You want me to be your personal trainer?
I have one.
Also
She-
named Leslie.
She's the only one who talks more than you do.
Well,
I said to her yesterday, I said, I don't listen to a word you say. She says, I know. I just like talking to myself.
oh,
And boy, can she.
it's a gift.
Here we are. It's the Hot Stove Society Show. We've been invaded by the woman in pink. Leslie Kelly is here today with her pink hat, pink hair, pink glasses, and anything else? Pink undies. She's got pink undies on.
Okay.
She's
I got my new pink hiking boots.
your pink hiking boots.
Boom.
Nice.
She's a food and travel writer. She most recently I saw did a little spot on Sean for Forbes magazine.
That's right.
Sean's
Forbes.com.
one of your favorites. I think there's
I just cooked this story up so I could hang out with Sean and
Yeah,
Julie,
exactly.
at Palace Kitchen, and we had a fabulous dinner. I got the trout, and no place better to get trout.
Oh, there
Palace
you go.
Kitchen.
So we call you our roving RV correspondent because you did kind of that. I don't want to. I guess I'm hesitant to call it a senior citizen thing, but you kind of you and your husband both retired, so to
You're
speak,
the senior citizen.
so to speak, and
No, we actually hit the road before we, really got to that Social Security window, because we both got laid off from dream jobs, and we sold our house and bought a roving, tiny home on wheels, and went everywhere the first couple years, and then the pandemic happened, and we still have the RV.
how many miles do you have it on?
70,000 plus.
Wow.
Yeah. And we got to go to so many incredible places. These days we stick a little closer to home, and in September we're actually going to be on Whidbey Island at Fort Casey, doing camp host.
Kind of what you did at Lopez Island.
Kind of like what we did at Lopez Island. We'll be at the lighthouse. it's really fun to, meet and greet people and hang out in an incredibly beautiful place. And then in October, we're going to be doing the same kind of thing at a museum at Fort Worden in Port Townsend. I love Port Townsend. I live there, but I'm going to live there for a month in my RV.
And you can
So-
do all your work from on the road, correct?
Yes. So, and it's fun because you get to write about different things.
And you have to go to all the restaurants.
Get to go to all the restaurants and get to cook and get to, source things from those special areas. So, yeah, I love, and the whole, this season, farm stands, I spent just incredible farm stands there. But, before we leave, I'm really excited to go to Bumbershoot this year. There's some really great.
You can take the hippie out of the girl, but you can't take the girl out of the hippie right there.
The very first time I went to Bumbershoot, it was free.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
I saw Emmylou Harris at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Saw Smokey Robinson, all those guys, just amazing. But this year, I'm really excited to see, a few people, Janelle Monáe and Car Seat Headrest, and Weezer is going to be there.
The last time I went to Bumbershoot, it was like $1 zillion. And I know that they've kind of changed their model, right?
They changed their model, and it's a local group that is running this now. And they're doing a great job. And one of the things that they're doing is really highlighting the culinary arts. So they've got some incredible chefs from the area. They've got local Tide. They've got Musang. Melissa Miranda is going to be there, and Jack's Barbecue and Eva's Wild Salmon. I know you're a fan of theirs.
I am. I'm part owner of the company.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. Didn't know that.
Who knew?
Who knew? And they've got a couple of new places showing up this year, including Lennox, which I just ate at for the first time the other day. Went to brunch and had a fabulous meal.
I've been wanting to go.
What kind of food is Lennox?
List.
Well, they kind of call it Caribbean, Jamaican. I had a spicy shrimp dish with a plantain mash. And I have always been intimidated about, cooking with plantains, but I got to learn, because this was an incredible dish.
And you just wrote an article about this.
I did. Yeah. It just popped up yesterday. And it was more about kind of a big picture of Seattle music and food. And I'm always looking for that music food connection. Ever since living in Memphis, that was kind of an easy connection to make.
Beale Street, baby.
Beale
Rendezvous
Street,
Barbecue.
Rendezvous Barbecue. That's not on Beale, but it's close.
Yeah.
And I definitely had one of the best meals that I've had this summer at in Georgetown.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Yeah. It's been around for years.
I know, but I had never been there. And I had the lamb ribs, which I think is one of ET's favorites.
It is.
Yeah. And, so it's fun to kind of wander around and get another place that I really love that's been around forever and ever that I included in this article was Jazz Alley. And, Chef Alvin is still cooking.
Isn't that funny?
Amazing. He does such an incredible
such fun
job.
History, yeah.
Oh my gosh. He does such an incredible job.
Alvin was my second sous chef at Cafe Sport in 1984.
Oh my, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. And he's still in the kitchen.
He's still in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And if you want, while you're down there at Ciudad, I still love La Fonda de Katrina, the restaurant right on the main street there. It's delicious.
Yeah, there's a lot of gems down there.
Yeah.
It's getting down there that's kind of a hassle, especially with the way the freeways are these
you
days.
You can go to Fran's chocolate shop, and it's one of the great chocolate shops in the world. And
absolutely.
So yeah, you can. There's lots to do down there.
Yeah. So
the Jules May Tavern.
Your favorite isn't your favorite antique?
It's gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he closed up. He moved to North Carolina, I think.
Oh, bummer. That was one of your favorite.
Kirk
stops.
Albert was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Kind of folk art studios.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much territory to cover in Seattle. And I also earlier this summer took a trip to New York. I can't remember if I told you that, but had some incredible meals there.
Uh-huh.
Stopped at Le Bernardine and had lobster rolls in the bar.
In the bar. That's the to me, that's the place to eat at Le
That's the
Bernardin.
place. And he was there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Monsieur
and-
Repair.
Monsieur Repair was there, and also stopped in on Juneteenth and had a fabulous meal at Red Rooster in Harlem,
Oh,
which
Must have been packed.
it was packed.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's Marcus
Al-
Samuelson's restaurant up in
always a
Harlem,
good
right?
time, yes.
he
I
probably was he there?
He was not there. I didn't see him.
I'm on his Instagram feed, and he is everywhere.
Mm.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
I remember when he was here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He came
I
to the
mean,
Palace
Eric
Ballroom.
Repair's been here
and same
too,
with
yeah.
Eric Repair when he
Yeah.
wrote his
Yeah.
book. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Looks like you brought something with you. What did you bring?
yes, this is a little present I brought. I found it at Di Laurente. It is a can of sardines. And
Uh-huh.
do you see the label? Can you read it from there?
Does it say
test.
Cuoco?
It says Cuoco.
Cuoco.
It's so funny that you guys were just talking about that. Sardines that you put with pasta.
Uh-huh.
There's some golden raisins in there too.
Oh, there's an interesting combination.
I know, and it's a specialty from Sicily, I think. But I love poking around Di Laurente, and there's another thing that you need to try down there. It is a whipped garlic spread.
Uh-huh.
You have to look for it. It's in where they have the antipasta. It is phenomenal.
What do you put it on?
A spoon.
Right in the mouth. Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
my husband used to be one of the cheese guys.
Really?
No, that's
Laurenti.
great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does he have a favorite cheese?
Well, now he has to say it's Beecher's because
Well,
he works
yeah.
there.
I was at Beecher's the other day talking to the big cheese, Kurt, and maybe I'm not supposed to say this, but what the heck? He's product testing something that is a all sheep's milk cheese that's going to come out in 3 years, he says. And I got to taste it, and it is phenomenal. I think he's doing an amazing
I
job.
haven't even gotten a taste yet. What the heck?
Well, they make a flag sheep. They're famous for their flagship
Yeah.
cheese, but they make a flag sheep already.
Really?
Yeah. And
Okay.
It's delicious.
Okay, but I think that still has some cow's milk. It's that combo, right?
A mix.
I don't know. I don't think so, but
Anyway,
And is he
You don't know.
cloth wrapping it to cure it?
that's a question for the
We'll
the
have to
big
get him on.
cheese.
Mhm.
Get him on. Yeah, he's
Back
got
on.
he's always doing some interesting stuff, and he's got a new line of soups.
He brought the soups to us
Okay,
a
yeah.
while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
They're really good.
And so
how do
soups-
people
soups-
follow you, Leslie?
I'm on Instagram, Leslie Dines 58. And I'm also on Forbes.com.
Are we the same age?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't realize. I didn't remember that.
Well, old people get forgetful.
Yeah, I get it. Leslie Dines 58. And your
yeah.
pedigree is that you were a food reviewer from the Spokane Review.
Oh, I was a restaurant critic in Spokane, and then I moved to Memphis, Tennessee for a few years, and then I came back here. I was the final restaurant critic at the Seattle Post
Seattle, yeah.
Intelligencer,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
RIP.
And when you ran out of money one time, you actually cooked in the kitchen.
Well, we did a series for Serious Eats called Critic Turned Cook, and you were nice enough to give me a job, and that's kind of where I met Sean Hartley.
Yeah.
Full
exactly.
circle there.
Full circle.
That is
See how
full
we
s-
did that full
Yes.
circle? Wow.
Nice.
Thank
Well,
you
we're-
guys for having me on.
Thanks for
Well, you
coming.
might want to stay
Leslie.
tuned because we're going to talk Indonesian cooking coming up next,
Ooh.
which is
Nice.
one of my favorites. And I have to go find the book because there's a woman who wrote a book, Charmaine
Oh, Charmaine.
Solomon.
Yes. Yes.
Does that sound
Solomon.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
And she wrote a book called Asia. And it
Ooh.
was different, but it was the first time I had seen Asian cooking broken up into very individual
Yes.
little.
and it's a
parts.
tome.
It's a tome.
It's huge.
And it's
Nice.
I really loved it. It changed how I looked at Asian food
Nice.
in general. So, all right, up next, Indonesian cooking on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
Can we take a pic?
Yeah, but not with me.
Why?
Because I'm communicable. Social distancing.
Hi, Pat. Can you hear us? That's good. No, you're good. Pardon?
Sure, she can.
Okay.
Oh, I just had COVID.
Yeah, you bet. Take as many as you like. That's our last run right there. Oh. Yeah.
Oh. Tanumi Harja.
Okay.
There she is. Can she see us?
Hi, Pat.
Waving at you.
And she can hear us too.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You know each other?
Kinda, yeah.
They're gonna maybe pull this.
Can Pat see Rashida? Sean?
Uh-oh.
I'm hearing an echo.
Sean, is your?
Uh-oh.
It's not me.
Who's
Haha.
yours?
It was.
Good.
It's usually me, so I feel good. And Pat, where are you calling from?
Northern Virginia, just
North-
outside of Washington, D.C.
Excellent.
Hey, Rashida.
Hi.
Has the National Guard bled down your way yet?
Say again?
Has the National Guard, have you spotted the National Guard coming your way yet?
I haven't been into D.C. since that happened, so, but nope, they haven't crept into Northern Virginia yet. Keyword being yet. Who knows what craziness will happen.
Okay, here we go. It's time for Indonesian cooking right here on the Hot Stove Society Show. Rashida, do you want to take us down this path for a minute?
Sure. Yeah, we are doing Indonesian cooking from Pat's book, Mortar and Pestle, Classic Indonesian Recipes. So we're doing a couple of things in next week. Is it next week? Yeah, it is next week. No, wait. In 2 weeks. Time is moving so fast.
Saturday, September 6th.
That is right.
Yes.
So we are doing a couple of things. Upon arrival, you'll be getting Oma's pork satay.
Hold on 1 second, Rashida, before I keep going. Introduce who's on our camera up here.
On Zoom, we have Patricia Tanumi Harja, author of Mortar and Pestle.
Hello.
Classic Indonesian recipes. Hi.
And she was on the show earlier with her mom when the book came out last September. So welcome back, Pat.
A while
Thank
ago.
you.
Okay, now tell us.
I was excited. All right, so we have upon arrival for the class, we have Oma's pork satay, followed by gado gado, Indonesia's quintessential salad, which is mixed vegetable salad with peanut sauce, and then you will get soto ayam, fermented shrimp paste and chili paste, beef rendang, which I'm assuming everyone should know by now. Tamarind, tamarind glazed baked tempeh, fragrant coconut rice, and for dessert we have sweet rice and pandan custard cake.
All right, Pat. Now you have to kind of fill us in the blanks there. Rashida went right through the whole menu.
It's a big one.
So yeah, Rashida and I had a pretty deep discussion on what we wanted to include on the menu for this workshop. It was really hard deciding what we wanted to feature because there are just so many delicious recipes in the cookbook. But then, of course, I'm biased because they're all my favorite recipes that I ate growing up. So the very first one that Rashida mentioned is Oma's pork satay. So Oma actually means grandmother. So technically, Oma refers to my mom because she is the grandmother of 5 very healthy, hungry boys. And pork satay is actually one of their favorites. Every time we have a barbecue, you can see them double fisting the satay. So one stick is not enough. They have to have at least 2 or 3 in their hands at one time.
So what's the satay? What is Oma's secret to marinade for this pork?
What is the secret?
Well,
the
Oma
secret
must have
to
a
many of the
marinade
recipes. Well, it's the kecap manis, which is the Indonesian sweet soy sauce. That's what gives the meat so much flavor, and it also has a little bit of cumin, some coriander, and so the pork satay does not have lime leaves, but the flavors all just combine together, and you let the pork marinate for a few hours, and the flavor is just incredible. And then you grill it, especially if you grill it on a charcoal stove, it's amazing. But
I love when you use that sweet soy because it really glazes nicely onto the meat.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. It does. It gives it a nice shiny coating, and it's just so full of flavor.
All right, then mixed vegetables.
So gado-gado is a very quintessential Indonesian dish. So if you've had it at a restaurant in the US, it's usually served as an appetizer, as a salad, side salad. But for us Indonesians, we can actually eat that as a whole entire meal. So you have all kinds of vegetables. You know, you have cabbage, you have bean sprouts, you also have tofu in there, some long beans, and you can add lontong, which is what gives it its heft. Lontong is compressed rice cakes. So I often have that as a meal in its entirety for like a light lunch and sometimes even for dinner. And who doesn't love peanut sauce, right?
Oh, it's the best. And is that different? So this is a different kind of presentation than, say, rice tabla?
So rice tafel actually literally means rice table.
Right.
And that is actually a presentation style that the Dutch colonizers used to do when Indonesia was still known as the Dutch East Indies.
Right.
So what would happen is that they would have, like, I don't know, 40 or 50 different dishes served at these huge banquets. And if you want a small taste of that, you can go for what we call nasi padang. So in nasi padang, you also have various dishes laid out on the table. Not as many as 40 or so, but and there's also, of course, a lot less pomp and circumstance. So, but yeah,
which is always good.
So
on
you
my
can have
part.
any of these dishes as part of your nasi padang or what they used to have at the rice tables.
Rashida, you grew up in Singapore.
I did.
Did you have a
So did
chance to
Pat.
travel much through Indonesia?
When I was younger, because my dad is based in Indonesia, but we would travel to the nearby island called Batam to get our fix of like Indonesian food. Yeah, it's like an hour away from Singapore, so it's a short boat ride there. And yeah, mostly there to get cheap massages, cheap groceries, and cheap food.
Did you grow up doing that too, Pat? Pat, did you grow up doing that too?
You know, I think Batam was still relatively undeveloped, and we would go there and just sit on the beach because that was all there was. It was just the beach to hang out, and there was some food as well. But yeah, it's definitely very much more developed.
Okay, let's move now into soup.
Yep. What about it?
Yeah,
I'm hoping Pat will tell us about it.
Oh, the soto ayam?
Yes.
So that's actually one of my favorite soups. And I actually didn't learn how to make it until maybe about 10 years ago. And I was so surprised at how easy it was to make. So it's basically, you know, just it's chicken broth, and then the soup is spiced with some turmeric, some coriander, lots of white peppercorns. So I think that's what makes the big difference. It gives it some heat, but not like spice heat. And yeah, so white peppercorns definitely gives it that meat flavor. So and that's also a very good dish to have for a light lunch. You can have it with glass noodles, with rice. So yeah, and then the next one is the fermented what we call terasi, and chili paste. So this is like my mom's famous sambal terasi, and it's kind of sweet, not too spicy. Actually, it just depends on the day of when she makes it. And it goes with fried chicken, it goes with fried tofu, anything and everything that you want to eat it with. And
I
of course,
use, I think
beef rendang
some balls
is
to me.
Indonesia's
Oh,
most
I'm
famous
missing her.
dish. It was voted like, I don't know, number one dish in the world by CNN. I don't know how many years ago. I think most people who know some Indonesian food will definitely know beef rendang. Traditionally, it can take like up to 4 hours to make this dish because it takes a lot of low and slow caramelization. I tend to just make it in my Instant Pot, but I've been told that it's not the same. Yeah,
Pat, you're cutting out a little bit, so we're going to go over a little bit, and we'll probably have Rashida. We'll edit some of this out, so we'll have Rashida kind of talk because our connection's a little off. So, thank you.
So, do you want her to stop talking? Is what you're saying?
No, just we'll
all right.
See
we'll
how it
figure
goes.
it out. Yeah.
Oh, should I let Rashida?
All right.
All right. On the coconut rice, Rashida, that goes with the beef rendang. How does that work?
In Indonesian cooking, there's a lot of coconut rice going with everything. So coconut rice, how we make it is literally just cooking it with coconut milk instead of water.
Yeah.
And
100%?
sometimes it depends on how you like it. If you like it super coconutty, then yeah, use like 100% coconut milk. But I do 50-50 because I don't want it to be too heavy if everything else I'm eating it with is, like spice heavy or rich. I want my rice to kind of like balance the other flavors I eat it with.
Do you do light coconut milk or heavy with the heavy? Because I'm thinking the heavy might make it change the texture.
I used to use like the regular coconut milk in the can as opposed to coconut cream. The one coconut cream is heavier, more, thicker, obviously. Yeah.
So that to answer your question,
yes, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, just regular.
Because there's
coconut
so
milk.
many different types of coconut milk. Because there's coconut water, which people might think is coconut milk, which is also totally different. So coconut milk.
Rice is such an important staple, all throughout Asia.
Yeah.
But to see it a few times in one dinner is not unusual, right? Because you have it in dessert too.
Yeah. So the one that we're using for dessert is sticky coconut, sticky rice. So it's a little bit more dense, chewier, and completely different from like the light fluffy rice that you eat with everything else. So it's sweeter, chewier, almost like mochi, and it's all savory as well. The pandan custard cake, it's not like salty savory, but like coconut is sweet savory almost. So it's kind of that balance.
So when is this class, Becky?
This is going to be on Saturday, September 6th from 5:30 to 7:30, and it's going to be super fun. You get to learn a lot and just sit and enjoy and eat, right? It's
exactly
demo.
Because there's not a lot of Indonesian food
And
in
Pat's
restaurant.
coming in person.
Yes,
correct?
yes. So
Pat,
the
tell
two
us
of
about
us.
tell us the name of your book again and where people can find it.
So it's called Butter and Peso, Classic Indonesian Recipes for the Modern Kitchen, and you can find it online, and especially find it at your local bookstore. Book Larder has copies, and so does for sure.
All right, that's Mortar and Pestle, Classic Indonesian Recipes for the Modern Kitchen, and it was written with Pat's mother, Julia.
Yep.
It was.
We are having Julia Child's birthday party here this weekend.
That's
as we
right.
speak.
Two
Julia is a
classes.
good name.
It's a great name.
Thank you, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
You're welcome. We see you soon in person.
Look forward to it.
See you.
Okay, Rashida, what do we need to go over?
Because we're going to probably edit out that.
Yeah, so do you feel comfortable talking about some of the things that Pat talked
Yeah.
about? So go over I couldn't understand the gado, right?
No,
is
that
it
one was okay. It was the
soto?
chicken noodle.
Yeah.
Soto ayam. So it's spicy brothy chicken noodle. The broth is chicken broth, but the spices that go in it makes it a little bit more earthier. So there is coriander, maybe a little bit of cumin, lots of ginger, lots of galangal especially, and garlic, and what goes on it, shredded chicken, sometimes meatballs, beef meatballs, and it's the toppings as well. The ABC sweet soy sauce and the sambal.
The ABC sweet soy sauce.
Yeah, that is so good.
Isn't that crazy? How
Yeah.
funny brands get,
Yeah.
status.
Yeah.
I know. ABC specifically, nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah,
Any, any special noodle?
Oh, you can eat it with yellow egg noodles or thin vermicelli noodles. Those are the two usual noodles you eat it with.
And are you straining out your coins of ginger or whatever, or are you making small versions of that so that they blend into the broth?
Small versions of that into the broth, but usually the spices kind of stay in it because it's powder. So when you're down to the last few spoons of your soup, you have all the spices in there. You shoot it. It's healthy.
It's like a ginger shot.
Sounds wonderful.
Essentially.
Well, thanks so much. Looking forward to class with you and Pat on September the 6th on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM. What do you suppose was happening there, Sean? Because she was staying right on her mic.
I took pictures of our speed, and it's pretty
It
low.
was a speed issue?
Yeah, it's pretty low uploads and downloads. And Sean's Hartley's working on that.
Okay. 6 months?
Yeah. Because what happens is if everybody in the building is tapping in on it, so it can't really control.
How much is that?
I don't know. He just told me this morning. On the list.
All right, we ready on the tasting panel? All right, we're gonna do trivia first, and then we'll come back to it. Going back to meat.
Yes.
I don't really think anything about it in the same way I didn't have a problem with him going vegetarian, just because it's, he's a world-renowned chef. I'm sure he can make anything taste delicious. So,
Things about economics. They needed more people at the door.
Is that what it finally said?
Yep. Part of it. Being more inclusive.
She said it. He said he wanted to be more inclusive. Becky says it's about economics, wanting more people to come through the door. So. Usually it's the other way around. If you want vegetarian is to be more inclusive. It would be the DEI of vegetable world when you think about it, because there's so many restaurants with meat that have one that doesn't is the unusual one, right? Which is funny because it's so not true, because it takes longer to prep a vegetable menu than it does a meat menus. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you been there? Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. Well, it's still heavy on the vegetables, so yeah. And you have your reservation already, or are you going to go? Wow, a year in advance?
Yeah, the lemon poppy.
I can't think that far ahead. I mean, I do. But
I'm going to New York in a couple of weeks, and we don't have one reservation yet.
I'll have to go back.
So good. And tomato salad.
Turns out it doesn't carry a lot of weight in New York like it does maybe here in Seattle. And it carries a lot of weight in Seattle. All right, we're going to do the last segment first and then come back to our tasting panel because the chefs are a little bit behind the game here.
Annie's falling behind already.
Annie's falling behind.
Look at that smile.
I imagine she'll have class ready for the 20th on the 21st. Isn't she lovely?
Matt, what's the name of your
Isn't she lovely?
Where I work, it's Matt's in the market.
But the new one is Radiator.
I did. Every time I try to leave, they're like, come back, Matt.
You're like, okay.
And Radiator Whiskey and the White Swan Public House. And we have 2 locations on the Radiator Whiskey, one in the market right next door to Matt's, and then one out in Ballard on Old Ballard Avenue.
Did you say White's on Pokey House?
Public House.
Oh, I was going to say, when did it go Pokey?
Pokey House.
Yeah.
I didn't know Ballard Cut had closed.
They moved up to where I feel like the Matador was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just moved locations. They're still out
Okay.
there. I don't
I
think
like-
they're particularly happy
eat it.
about another whiskey bar moving into town, but
Yeah, exactly. I eat at Gracia a lot.
yeah. Chester used to be the chef at Matt's in the market.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Have you been to the new butcher shop?
The Little Beast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is
Disappointed. I was a little disappointed with it. I asked the server which steak, and he was like, "Oh, definitely the ribeye." And then they brought me the T-bone, and I was like, "Hey, this isn't what I ordered." He's like, "Oh, oops, fat fingered it." $168 later. It was $130 plus 22% service
Tuition,
charge
yeah.
plus tax. It was okay. I like the butcher shop better.
I need to get down to Ballard. Some new stuff.
Somebody needs to go down to Ballard after 9 p.m.
And drink whiskey.
Well, it's just I used to live near there, so I go, and it's just like it's kind of a ghost town after 9. I don't know why Seattle begs to go to bed so early.
I know that we had to move Palace Kitchen's closing food time from 1 a.m. to midnight because there's just nobody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
I leave work every night searching for something to eat.
Well, there's a lot of places open up on the hill, Chinatown, places like that.
Yeah,
but,
Hong Kong Bistro is my go-to.
Yeah.
I have to be dragged to Capitol Hill.
Well, that's
I
your
just
problem.
nowhere to
That's
park.
your problem.
I
Oh,
know.
there's nowhere
Parking
to
is
park.
The parking.
I just can't take it. I can't
feel
be
so
driving
bad
around
for
looking for
you.
parking. No patience.
Nowhere to park. I'm a gorilla parker. I park anywhere.
Well, that's because
Take your-
you got more money than me.
Take your ticket and run. That's what I say. No, I really do. I get a ticket once every 6 months. I park anywhere.
Okay, I'm
I'm
gonna
just
I'm gonna
telling you.
try that.
I
And when I
can
get a
get,
ticket,
like,
I'm gonna give it
once
to you.
That's a
and I park
$60 ticket
legally.
every 6 months, $120 a year.
Amortize it.
Yeah. Like $10 a month. Come on, dude. I don't want to park on Capitol Hill.
Yeah. Where do you eat up there?
He does have commercial plates though, which I think
I
changes
eat
Uh,
probably Lark the most.
Oh, I love
of all the
Johnson's,
places,
yeah.
but I eat anywhere. Renee's places before they just shut down. Are they shut already?
I
Yeah,
think
those-
so. We
Chateau
just
and
got some
her
of the
places just
employees.
shut
Yeah.
down. I used to eat there.
I like that Dambo ramen
Yeah.
yeah.
for a chain place. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I like the
surprised you'll pay for
Betsu
parking
Tenjin
for a ramen,
ramen.
joint. Yeah.
I like that.
Your parking costs you more than your ramen.
All right, this is fun.
Welcome back to the Hot Stove Society show on Cairo Radio. It's time for Food for Thought, tasty trivia brought to you by Rub with Love Spice Rubs. If you're looking for a recipe inspiration, please visit our website, Tom Douglas & Co. or tomdouglas.com and see all of our tasty dishes we are making with Rub with Love. We have videos and recipes, and while you're there, you can shop for all the products that we make. How convenient is that? That's all I got to say about that. Becky,
yes, Tom.
let's play
Let's play
Food for
trivia.
Thought, tasty trivia.
Yes. Well, it's kind of each of you will get 5 questions. And today we've got a special guest, Matt Fortner from Matt's the Market and
Radiator Whiskey.
Radiator Whiskey.
And
White Swan Public House.
There you go.
That does not sell pokey.
We do sometimes.
Oh, okay.
All right. And so whoever wins will pick out someone in the audience to go through the gift shop and get a 3-pack of Rub with Love spice blends. So we're going to start with Loretta. Matt, have you played this before?
No, but I've listened.
Okay.
Oh boy.
It's going to be fun. We'll have Loretta.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
Not gonna
Loretta.
be good for me.
What is the name of the viral chocolate bar that contains shredded phyllo pastry and pistachio tahini cream?
The Dubai chocolate.
The Dubai chocolate. I brought one in.
Did
you
you
buy
really?
chocolate?
Dubai. Oh, that's
Oh,
good
that
job, Loretta.
was
A dad joke. Okay.
something. That was something.
That was fast. True or false? To be called herbes de Provence, the blend must contain dried lavender.
False.
That is false. It's just an option. Good job. What style pizza is characterized by its thick, crisp, and chew crust, typically baked in a rectangular sheet pan?
Detroit.
Detroit.
I was going to wager she wasn't going to get that.
Well, oh, really?
Yeah.
You,
Detroit style. Yes. Good
You
job.
thought I wouldn't?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
thanks for
thought
your
this was kind of
confidence.
interesting. They're originally baked in a rectangular sheet trays designed to use as automotive drip pans or hold
course they
small industrial parts in factories.
Why do you think they're non-stick?
That's funny.
Little
All right.
extra seasoning
Little
there.
non-stick, yeah.
Number 4. What is the?
Do you test when they're done with a dipstick?
I've never had it.
Really?
You know what a dipstick is?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
I
okay.
used to check my oil, but now I have electric, so don't have to do that. What's the French name for cream puffs?
Pâte à choux?
Profiteroles.
Profiterole. That's right. What's pâte à choux?
Is what they make a cream puff out of.
Okay,
the
that's
dough.
the dough.
You
Okay.
were on the correct.
I was in France,
lane.
so
Yes,
you know.
you were. Okay, which fortified wine produced in Sicily is prized in both savory and sweet cooking? Would you like options?
Sure.
We've got Marsala, Sherry, or Madeira.
Madeira. I don't know. Marsala.
Marsala, it is.
It was an M.
I brought in my 1863 bottle of Madeira for Julia Child's weekend here this weekend.
Wow.
$1,000 bottle of Madeira.
How much is it going to serve? All 34 guests?
You bet.
Wow, that's generous.
That's crazy.
Nice.
1863. The Civil War was just starting.
Yeah. Who was storing it? Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
But I do know it's the Solera system.
Yes, you are good, but you were just in Sicily too. That's why I didn't give you that question.
No, that's I'm just saying that's Madeira. So that's
Solera. And what is the Solera system?
It's where they kind of have the oldest barrels and they kind of run through and they pick up a little bit of everything. So I'm not sure what percentage of 1863 it has to be called 1863.
Oh, that's a good question.
But
well, that would be fun.
You can learn that.
All right, Matt Fortner, you saw how that went?
What's that?
You ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1, what is the hallmark crispy coating on Japanese katsu?
Panko.
Panko it is. Good job. Number
I hope
2.
they're not all going to be that easy.
Well, I didn't know Matt was going to be playing today, so
Oh.
kind of at a disadvantage. He's kind of a smart chefy guy. I'll make him hard. What classic French cooking method involves gently poaching food in a fat and a low temperature, often used in making rillettes?
That'd be confit.
That would be confit. 2 out of 2.
2 out
Wow,
of 2.
Becky.
This is going to be a
Okay.
tough task today.
Let's see if I can change these a little bit. Okay. Number 3, what is another name for sable fish?
Black cod.
Black cod it is.
course it
Brilliant.
is.
In Indian cooking, what is the term for a blend of spices which can be dry or paste-like, whose name comes from the Hindi word for spices?
Masala.
Masala it is.
Job.
Good job. That's
Some
a tough
people
one.
would have gone curry on that. Not
Some
you.
people.
Not you.
Final question. When Tom Douglas and Jackie Cross opened up the Dahlia Lounge in Seattle in 1989, they took over a space that had been previously called which restaurant?
I'll give you a clue. It's the street address.
Oh, I was wondering where it came from.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was going to say Cafe Sport, but that was your first place.
No, that wasn't my first place. That was the first place I was chef and GM.
Okay.
But the restaurant we took over after I left Cafe Sport,
Loretta's
Anybody
raising
know?
her hand.
The 1904.
1904 restaurant. Yeah. Opened by Robin Woodward and the mayor, Paul Shell.
Wow.
Well, that was a hard one.
That was a hard one, but you got 4 out of 5. So you
Nice job.
squeezed out Loretta by 1. All right, Tom Douglas.
0.5.
Number 1, what condiment is made from a part of the watermelon that is usually discarded?
Watermelon pickle.
Yes, a pickled watermelon rind.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that
that's
was
good.
his mother's
I would
favorite.
say you had to be
Oh,
more
was it?
specific
Tomatoes
on
every
that.
year. You did what?
You needed to be more specific. I don't know that we
Is
can
there
take
an
that.
actual name for that other
No,
than
it was-
watermelon pickle?
Pickled watermelon rind.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for. I've only
My
had it
mother
once.
made them every year.
She did. Okay. We had it once at summer camp with Lisa Dupar. That's the only time I've ever had it, and never done it soon, but
There you go.
should do it. Number
You know, her
2.
book, Champagne and Fried Chicken, was a pretty good book, I thought.
It was a great.
Yes.
Lisa's Dupar book.
Yes. That's a nice one. Number 2, true or false? Buffalo milk is double the butter fat, double the protein, half the cholesterol, and half the lactose.
Why wouldn't it
Cow's
be?
milk.
Yeah. It's
It's
also
true.
harder to milk.
It's so special. You got it. Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah. Chasing one of those around the grasslands of Montana. Come here, little buffalo.
They're not as tame here as they are in Europe.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. Which country produces the largest share of the world's hazelnuts? Hazelnuts. And
Italy. Italy.
I would have thought that because of Nutella, but it's actually Turkey.
Ah.
Turkey creates roughly 70% of all the hazelnuts in the world.
Well, if you've
Italy-
ever driven around Torino, that area where they make Nutella and
Mhm.
stuff, God, there's hazelnut trees everywhere.
Yeah.
Central Oregon, same thing.
Yes. So
Yeah.
10 to 15% is in Italy, in that area you're talking about. And 3% is coming from Oregon. So there you have it. To follow up, Nutella uses roughly a quarter of the world's hazelnuts. While most come from Turkey, Ferraro has also invested in orchards abroad. Which of these regions is not part of its diversification strategy? Chile, Australia, Oregon, or France? They've invested in 3 of those.
Is there a reason why I have 2 Nutella questions?
Because I think they were like brothers. They had to go together.
Here's what I'll say. I just bought the new to me Nutella cookies, kind of biscuits with the Nutella
Yeah,
filling.
those are good.
Little bag. They're really good.
They're really good.
That's my answer.
You're not going to go for
whatever countries they're in, they're going to have to plant more trees because those cookies are really good.
It's France.
Okay.
They're not investing in France. All right. Number 5.
France has enough macaron.
Enough macarons. Final question. What is the primary
And he's
purpose?
already lost. Do we have to?
Yeah, I like to see him squirm. Okay.
Wow.
What is the primary purpose of a panade in a meatball or meatloaf recipes?
To bring the delicacy of bread to the table.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's panade actually literally means bread mash.
Yeah.
You have to make it moister. So we've got a winner, Matt Fortner.
Way to
Wow.
go, Fortner.
So
Don't forget, cooking, drinking, and cursing September 20th.
September
Here
20th.
at the Hot Stove. If you want to be part of our show, you can join the community on YouTube Live at Tom Douglas & Co. or buy a ticket to join us in the studio at hotstovesociety.com. The show is produced by Becky Guzak. Our technical wizard today is Sean McFadden, and our talented editor at Cairo is Sean. Please don't call me Del Torre. And if you miss any episode of our Hot Stove Society show in Cairo, you can listen via podcast. Just subscribe with your favorite podcast app.
Thanks for listening.
all right.
All right.
Good job. Still have one more segment though after this.
One more segment. I'm going to go ahead and do my out so we don't have to come back to this. Quiet on the set. Hi, I'm Chef Tom Douglas.
And I'm Loretta Douglas.
Today on the Hot Stove Society radio show, tomato season is here, ripe and juicy and worth celebrating. Chef Matt and Annie turn up the heat in cooking, drinking, and cursing here at the Hot Stove, and a tasting panel dives into a meaty debate, the best ground meat for burgers.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Are they ready?
Okay,
Yay.
here we go. You thought you were getting off the hook.
Oh, that looks beautiful. Oh, let me pass something out.
They look cooked all right.
Mine are pink.
You guys get to try all these too. And pass.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to brine a lot of pork cuts, especially the leaner cuts. Like a turkey, it'll help you not be too dry, I think. And don't be afraid to not cook it, undercook it. It's okay. Well, the trichinosis, I believe in this country, I'm not guaranteeing it, but it hasn't happened in a long time. If you're eating pork, say, and some other countries, it still exists, so be careful. But here, I'd cook my pork chop about medium, yeah. The salt that you put in your body will help you. Somehow, I have a low sodium in my diet, my doctor says, so I don't know how that's possible.
I don't know how that's possible.
I don't know. Low blood sugar and low salt, low sodium.
Wow, now I'm so curious which one is which.
Oh, I have the cheat sheet right in front of you. Or did I not give you one?
I don't have one. Oh no. I'm gonna get divorced.
I was surprised by that.
Oh, bummer.
What's 6?
Lamb.
Downstairs, lamb.
Oh.
Three? Was you 4?
I thought 4 would be a lot better. But
The others, like 1 through 3, there's just not very much differentiation to me, which I'm surprised by,
Me too.
given that 1 is bison.
yeah.
Kind of like the pork burger.
I like it more than I thought I
Me
would.
too.
Well, I mean, it kind of lends to the idea that maybe your hamburger should be a third pork.
Yeah.
Or more fat in their period.
hmm
I feel like the hamburgers of today, they're just too lean. But I like smash burger, like cooked to death anyway.
Uh-huh.
Oh, thank you.
I'm still sipping on my tonic. It's pretty good. It's a nice
It's
little.
really good. I could drink that by the glass easily.
Yeah.
Treat my malaria. Where in Mexico are you heading?
My first chef job, my dishwasher retired while I was there, and I've gone to see him every year for 23 years in a row.
That's so awesome.
Just a small town. 2 other fellows in the town have worked with me at one time or another. So
That's great.
just go and disappear for 3 or 4 days and come back.
Perfect.
Yeah, I have a house that I stay in there, and it's right near the beach. Open air restaurants, Pacificitos,
Sounds lovely.
Pescado Sarandado.
You know exactly what you're going to do
Aguachile.
as soon as you get off the plane, right?
Yeah,
Or as soon as you get on the plane, really.
yeah.
It's a nice feeling to have some place that you've gone
I'm
to
like
so
Tom now.
regularly,
I treated
like,
myself to a first class ticket. It feels
Dad,
good.
You gotta fly Delta One. You've seen this whole new Delta One thing?
I've been on Delta One.
You have?
Yeah.
You need to,
I'm not some bumpkin.
you need to fly it out of like LA.
Oh, okay.
They have like this whole Delta One
Does it have a
terminal
double decker or something?
now. You don't go through like they have their own private security. There you like walk into a lounge.
What you
and-
really need to do is fly Air Charlie.
Yeah, I know. That's not gonna happen for me. So
That's my new preferred method of flying.
Nice.
Charlie's Produce Air.
Oh, I see. I flew in a private jet to go fishing in Alaska a couple times. It's pretty cool.
Didn't you fly in one last week? I thought you were heading south for a minute.
I did.
Oh, okay.
You just come back from 17 countries or something?
18, yeah.
18 countries.
But I wasn't flying nice then.
That'd be too expensive.
Yeah. It was for the long haul, not the short.
Do people do what they do to me when they see me coming down the aisle and they have a seat next to them open in the middle and they just look at me and you can just see them praising Jesus. Don't let him sit here. Don't let him sit here.
Yeah.
Do they do that?
I usually
You're a big person.
I like to sit on the aisle.
Oh,
Even
I know,
though the
I know
cart
you like to,
fucking
but
wrecks
that's
me.
not always.
Then you get your knee in the cart, like
Well, I always get my shoulders, but I like to get up a lot, and I don't want to,
When I saw 4 people on their knees praying that I wasn't going to sit next to them, I started flying first class about 20 years ago. Actually, you know what really got me into first class is this lady and I got into a fight over her putting her seat back into my knees. So I pushed back up with my knees, and we almost got into a fight. I said, "I'm not doing this anymore. This is not."
Mhm.
It's not fun.
No.
I
Stressful.
hate flying domestically. America. When I first got back home, it was like, people here aren't very nice.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Final segment, team. Stay strong. You're going to take us through what we're eating, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back. It's the Hot Stove Society Show. Time for our Hot Stove Society tasting panel. We have convened Chef Matt Fortner from the Matt's Restaurant Group, including Radiator Whiskey and the White Swan Public House. We've convened Loretta Douglas, who is the legal counsel for TD & Co. and also in charge of HR and accounting. Is that right?
Corporate side of things.
Corporate side
part
of
owner.
things. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. We've got Becky Guzak here. There's no eggs in this, so you can join us
That's
on this
right.
tasting panel
Mhm.
and myself. And then we also have our audience members each got a bite of 6 different ground meats. And the whole goal here for me was, wow, what was that? For my whole goal here was to kind of demystify ground beef in as far as like what it is that makes a great hamburger, because I don't think you can necessarily tell with all the stuff that we want to put on top,
Mhm.
avocado, pickles, ketchup, blah blah blah. So just the meat today, no bun, no nothing but meat. There's a little salt and pepper on them. Why don't you tell us what we're tasting?
Sure. I love this one. The first one is Force of Nature Bison. It's 100% grass-fed, regeneratively sourced.
So what does that mean regeneratively? It means
It means the livestock are grazed in ways that restore health, soil health, boost biodiversity, and improve water retention.
right.
So it mimics natural ecosystems, supports animal welfare, and helps capture carbon in the soil.
So I own part of a buffalo herd
Okay.
in Montana, a company,
Mhm.
and it is also regeneratively. And I
wonderful.
noticed one of the ones on our list here is a regular steer, regular cow,
Mhm.
which I haven't seen regeneratively
Yes.
sourced like this before.
Yep.
So.
Wonderful. Okay. And I started from the least amount of fat, the highest lean to fat ratio to the number 5. Well, we got 6 now with the lamb. I don't know what that one will be. So we started with the Force of Nature Bison, which is 90-10. Then the second one is the Oregon Country Beef, which is a USDA choice. It's non-GMO, no antibiotics. That's 85-15. Then there's the
So
1,000.
that's under the extra lean label.
Extra lean,
Yeah.
yes, right. Thousand Hills ground beef, which is 100% grass-fed, regeneratively raised. That's 80-20. Mishima Reserve, the American Wagyu, that's 80-20 as well. And then PCC Pure Country Pork, because you wanted to try just a pork, and then you brought the lamb burgers up from Lola downstairs.
Right, because a lot of people love lamb burgers,
Yes,
and so I
and
just thought that was a missing piece in our test here.
Mhm. So what'd you guys
And I want to
think?
say that is Carlton Farms,
Okay.
which is it's like Oregon Country Beef, where it's a group of ranchers who decide to organize themselves in a way that they all do the same process so that they can sell as a group.
Mhm.
Like
That's interesting.
Nyman Ranch, Oregon Country Beef, Carlton Farms, I believe is done that way. Don't quote me, but
And
so
Mishima
it's
Reserve-
basically practices of how you do your
Right.
job. Yeah.
Is that the same with Mishima as well? No.
No,
No,
Mishima is an wholly owned cattle group.
Okay.
by the folks that own Beecher's
Yes.
Cheese?
Yes. All right. So what'd you guys think?
Loretta, you want to start us off?
I was kind of actually surprised by what I liked. I probably would never have bought ground bison to make a burger, and I actually really liked the flavor of it. In a funny way, it tastes beefier, I think, than some of the others. So I liked
And
it.
that
I
could
mean,
be because it
it's-
was grass fed, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and my second favorite was the Thousand Hills, which is 100% grass fed. So maybe I'm just liking that kind of grassier flavor. But I was surprised both because it's bison, second because it's the leanest. And then unfortunately it's $10 more a pound for bison than it is for beef. So I would probably think about mixing a couple. I actually really like just the pork. And I think that that's probably because it has the higher fat content. And I never would have thought about mixing ground pork into a burger, but I would totally do a bison pork mix up, I think. And
Which is funny because Kurt, who owns Mishima and
Yeah.
Beecher's, when he had his restaurant Bennett's on Mercer Island, he mixed I want to say 20% pork into his burger patty.
Really?
And there's lots of Jewish folks on Mercer Island and that were very upset by
Oh,
that.
really?
And
Yeah.
it couldn't eat the burger there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't eat the burger there. But anyway, so it's funny that even Kurt liked that mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, otherwise I'm actually surprised because between the Oregon country and the Mishima, I actually would probably choose the Oregon country. I'm going to get divorced over this because my husband works for Mishima. But I love that beef in other applications. I just don't think that a burger is probably where
It didn't shows in a
shows.
funny
Yeah.
way because I totally expected that one to be the fattiest.
Yeah.
And when I tasted it tasted the leanest.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's just losing all its fat in the cooking process. And so maybe that is why he's mixing in a pork sometimes.
He didn't have Mishima when he did that way back when. So, okay, Matt Fortney, your turn.
I like the lamb burger best.
Okay.
It just seemed like it had more flavor. My second favorite.
But people don't eat lamb because it's too gamey. It's such nonsense.
Yeah,
anymore.
well, when you've eaten like we've eaten in our lives, I feel like more flavor or that gaminess is kind of what we're after.
Desirable,
now.
right?
Desirable for
but
sure.
But even this is American lamb, and it just doesn't have that gaminess that we. I mean, that's an old wives' tale in a funny way.
Yeah. For me, these were a little bit lean. I like you would mix in a little bit of that pork, or just maybe try to get some beef fat. But I also like the bison a lot too. I agree, it had a great flavor. Yeah, I like that pork patty more than I thought I was going to.
Okay, Bex.
Well, I really like the Force of Nature bison as well, and I've purchased it before, so that wasn't a surprise. I kind of thought the next couple were all very similar. The Mishima wasn't. I expected that to be my favorite, just because I love the company, I love what they're doing, and I love the idea. But it was okay, and I would definitely love doing this because now I know we can mix things in. I like the idea of mixing a little pork into the bison.
Well, if you like the bison, it's a way to also stretch the cost out of that bison because the pork is the cheapest of any of the others. So if you need,
and I would also say the blandest is the wrong word, but it's got the least flavor profile.
Yeah.
Other than the fat, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, if you're going to mix the bison with the Mishima, you're not going to get very far. Whereas because of the flavor, it's going to.
Yeah. It'll maintain the bison flavor by mixing in the pork because it's not going to overtake the flavor. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Thank you. Yeah.
What about you, Dad?
I am with Matt on the lamb burger, it's not something I ever order out. I'm not a burger person, as I've said many times on this show. I would order a steak over a burger any day of the week, and I know that that's not necessarily the case for some folks. But I preferred the lamb because I like a stronger flavor. And then next for me was the Force of Nature and the Thousand Hills. Those two to me were equal.
Yeah.
Thousand Hills, 100% grass-fed, regeneratively raised cattle, steer, cow, 80-20. So
and $7.99.
And $7.99 a pound. I mean, that is a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as what this list of items goes, $17.99 for the Force of Nature. So those two to me were equal. And at $10 less a pound, I'd definitely go with the Thousand Hills ground beef.
Where'd you find that, Becky?
Wajimaya. Wajimaya. Yeah, I went to PCC, Wajimaya. I called a bunch of places because Tom had first asked for prime beef.
Yeah.
And even Golden Steer, they don't do that.
They don't grade out prime ground beef.
No.
Much just go into their regular beef mix.
Yeah.
Because everyone has it. If you break a steer, you're going to end up with ground beef.
Right.
Could we ever have a Brave Horse Tavern pop-up burger?
Could we?
Ooh,
do you ever do that?
We have never done that.
What was special about the Brave Horse?
I do a month of vegetarianism every year, and while I was at Cuoco, I would always break that with a double cheeseburger from Brave Horse Tavern. It's my favorite.
And how does it compare to the Palace Burger? How is it different?
Well, it was just smaller. I don't really love like the 8-ounce hamburger patties. I'd rather have a couple 3-ounce patties thin. I really like the smash burger at Local Tide. I heard you guys talk about them earlier.
That smash burger is really good.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite right now. But
So explain to people why that is. So to me, it's like a filet mignon. I would instead of an 8-ounce fillet, I would cut it in half and have 2 4-ounce fillets because I'm getting twice the caramelization. Right, same thing on the burger.
More
right?
surface area.
Yeah.
Okay.
More surface area.
crispy,
Skewered.
just I don't know. It's just something about that little hamburger that's been smashed.
Look
and
at
the
your smile.
cheese. I'm not. I don't like a lot on it. Just a bun, pickles, sometimes ketchup. But if it comes right off the griddle onto the bun, I'll take it right just as is.
What's your Dick's order?
I get a deluxe and a cheese.
Deluxe and a cheese.
Yeah.
Do you put them together?
Sometimes 2 cheese and a deluxe. I'm
Depends on what you've done
He's
that
a
day.
growing boy.
growing kid over here. Sometimes I'll get a fry, not always. Usually skip the shake, and I never have soda. So
Yeah, I'm a deluxe fry and strawberry shake person. But you know what my trick at Dick's is? I've said this again many times. I never go if there's no line. It has to be a big line because when you're getting those things right off the griddle, hot off the griddle, fries hot out of the fryer, to me it's a much better experience than when they've been sitting there even for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you lose the crispy edge on the burger when it sits in that wrapper for a little bit. And
Pro tip.
I'll start taking that advice.
just a pro tip. Got to go with a line. I know it's counterintuitive, but how we doing on time there, Sean? Got about a minute. Any favorite burger joints? Where do you go for a burger?
We eat a lot of burgers. I mean, we make burgers at home a lot. Ben is a huge burger guy, so I feel like we eat them a lot. I'm sure they're using Mishima, but the burger at Butcher's Table is really good, and we'll meet there for lunch sometimes. I love the smash burger at Local Tide for more of that like smaller size. I think the burger at Loretta's Northwesterner is really good. I don't know if it's only good after 6 beers, but it's good.
How many times did you get a hamburger in our house growing up? You left our house when you were 18, went to college. How many times from 1 to 18 did you have a hamburger?
I mean, a lot, but it was only
a lot.
It was only like from Dick's. I don't think we ever made them at home.
Say it's like I didn't make 5 hamburgers in your life
at home. No.
Yeah,
and we make them every couple weeks.
Yeah,
in the summer probably. So
my mother made them every day.
Oh,
pretty much. Becky?
Commonwealth Basin not Commonwealth Basin. It's called the Commonwealth Restaurant up in Snoqualmie Pass, and they have their burgers bison, and it comes from Cleellum, and it's just really flavorful. And I get it with crispy bacon on it. I usually do no bun because buns have egg in it.
Buns have eggs in them.
And tomato, and it's just knife and fork and.
And do you take your heart medicine after that, or what do you do?
No, I get my protein.
It's your protein.
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. Up next, it's Food for Thought, Tasty Trivia, brought to you by Rub with Love Spice Rubs. On Cairo Radio, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
And you guys, on the prices, I wanted to just point out, after I did all this, I went to Costco just to see if they had Prime. And the price for their bison was $9.99 a pound. Then Oregon County, then their beef was $6.25. Then their Mishima Reserve, not Mishima, but American Wagyu was $6.67. And that's it. But just a comparison. Not the same brand, but the same profile. Yeah.
What did you all think? Favorite burger meat? Let's start with number 1. Bison. 1 couple. Number 2. Ooh, nobody on number 2. 3. Yeah, that was my favorite of the group, of the beef group. 4, which was the Mishima. 5, which was what, Bex?
That was the ground pork.
The pork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and lamb. Couple lambs.
the lamb burger downstairs is really